Hello everyone and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Friday the 15th of October. Now there seems to be a bit of a shift in sentiment at the moment. What we have seen is that the dollar started to correct back and there's been an improvement in risk appetite, and that has really been shown through the equity markets, which have rallied sharply in the last session or so, but also with rallies against the dollar on all these Forex major pairs and also on commodities as well, such as gold and silver. So there has been a real kickback against that dollar strengthening that we've seen in recent days and weeks. Now that begs the question, I suppose, whether this dollar correction is just merely a near-term profit-taking move or something bigger. So we need to keep an eye on these charts, I think, and how Treasury yields move, I think, will obviously be key to that at the moment. Now, with regards to today, we've got the US retail sales numbers and also the Michigan sentiment data. So consumers in focus there, both expected to improve slightly. Retail sales core up month on month slightly, and also an improvement on the Michigan sentiment. But again, it will be interesting to see if that helps to support the dollar or not, because at the moment it is still under pressure. Now, we're also looking out for Fed speakers as well. And there was an interesting comment from Fed's Barkin overnight, and who would talk to, he's generally hawkish, and he talked about the prospect of rate hikes in end of 2022, maybe 23. So that's quite dovish, actually. That's certainly not helping the dollar. So in terms of the charts we're looking out for today, dollar focus big all across the major pairs that we're looking out for today. We've got cable, which is rallying. We've also got a sharp selling pressure through the dollar CAD chart as well. And finally, we're looking at the gold chart that has rallied through a key level of resistance. Let's have a look. And on to the INFINOX MT5 platform. Just starting off very briefly with the dollar index, we can see that this uptrend that the dollar's been in for the past 6 weeks is now being severely tested in the last few days. Big sharp correction back. Profit taking maybe, but you can see that these momentum indicators is now just falling over slightly, and just on the 4-hour chart we've got a more of a corrective configuration that you've seen through the RSI on the 4-hour chart. Now, if you saw a move on dollar index below the 93.65 level, that would constitute a corrective move. So looking on the cable chart, we can see this rally that we've had on cable. Let's go up one more level, and we've got this big downtrend in cable that market could well now come and test. So that's the key level that we're looking out for today, and it comes in around that 37.50 area, and that is in the belly of this resistance overhead, 37.30, that was tested yesterday, backed away from that, but it continues higher. You can see the improvement in the RSI back above 50, importantly. Does need to get above probably 55 area to suggest really positive move, but you could even argue this is a bull flag scenario, and you're probably then targeting this resistance area to be seriously tested, and that would be the key move that we might see on cable in the coming days. Looking at dollar CAD chart, sharp move to the downside. We've had that big oil price rally really helping the Canadian dollar. We can see that in recent weeks. That has really gained ground against the dollar, really sharply moving lower. And that key downside break, look at that, 24.20, key level of support, really important level there broken, which effectively completes a big medium-term top pattern. And that now becomes a basis of resistance, 124.20 to 125 figure. Big resistance overhead, this purple area here. The market continues to move low. Look at that momentum, sharply moving into negative configuration. Little bit overstretched maybe to the downside on the 4-hour chart, so you might get another pop back to the upside to really give you another opportunity, but certainly looks like downtrend forming, lower highs, lower lows, negative configuration, corrective move. Back on the daily chart, you can see the next level of support starts to come in around 22.90 and down towards 22.50. So that is the next test. And finally onto gold. Well, the big picture on gold is a downtrend, and that downtrend that pretty much now comes in around the key level of resistance on a medium-term basis, around the 1834, 1835 area. That could well now be tested because we've had a rally through the 1790 level. That was a pivot line. Old support became resistance, and it burst through that yesterday. We haven't, basically gold is now at a crucial level, isn't it? Level of 50 on the RSI. needs to get above, level of 60 on the RSI needs to get above that to really suggest that continuation of the move. And also the resistance at 1808, 1810 needs to be broken, but it certainly looks to be improving. Let's get up one more level there on the 4-hour chart. You can see that there's a basis of support. Old pivot line comes in around that 1780 to up towards 1785. Nice basis of support there to use for little near-term moves lower, but certainly looks as though this is now an improving chart on gold on a near-term basis towards 1834. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Monday, where we'll be certainly having more information as to how far this dollar correction can go. So I'll leave you with the INFINOX support and resistance table, and I will speak to you then. Thank you very much, and have a good weekend, everyone.